Do you ever feel like your Apple Watch is gaslighting you? You're like bent over, absolutely dying in class, max effort, and it's like zone 2. You're not actually crazy. That's because your watch is calculating your max heart rate based on an antiquated formula that you probably learned back when you were in like high school gym class, which you just take the number 220 as if that were the top maximum heart rate range, and then you subtract your age from it. But unfortunately, it's not super accurate, and it's definitely not accurate for men versus women. So if you're a male, it's actually much better to take your age and multiply it by 70% of it. So multiply it by the number 0.7 and subtract that from the number 208. This has been studied in several different areas, but this will give you a maximum heart rate that works if you're male. And even if you have some kind of updated software, it is highly likely that your Apple Watch or your workout is calculating it based on what is best for the physiology of a male body. But if you don't have a male body, then it's not going to be very accurate for you. This is why a lot of women get really off readings in their Apple Watches, and it feels like they can, no matter how hard they work or how heavy they go, they just can't get into those upper heart rate zones. That's because a female should be taking the number 206 and subtracting her age times the number 88. So a woman's number is significantly lower. Just as an example, Jalen's maximum optimal heart rate is 13 beats per minute higher than mine is, even though we're almost the same age. So then when we're trying to calculate heart rate zones, and these are just recommended, you can obviously move beyond those. It's not like you can't train beyond the top of your maximum if you're an elite athlete, but basically zone 5, your highest intensity exercise, is 90% or higher of your maximum heart rate. Zone 4, the bottom of your zone 4 would be 80, zone 3 is 70, zone 2 is 60, and zone 1 exercise is 50% to 60% of your maximum optimal heart rate range. And so these presets are actually inside of these type of Garmin's and Apple Watches and any type of thing that is calculating workouts that you're doing. So if they were set based on a different formula, they're probably set pretty high. So what do? Step 1, you want to calculate an appropriate upper limit for yourself. So in my example, I'm 49 years old, so I take 49 times, for women, 0.88, and I subtract that from the number 206, and I get about 163. So that's going to be the top of my zone 5, and the bottom of my zone 5 times 0.9 will be 147. So then you can just go through each zone. Zone 4, for the bottom, you would multiply it by 0.8, 0.7 for 3. Then you go into your Apple Watch and you scroll all the way down the bottom to where it says workout and tap that. Inside of the workout, scroll all the way to the bottom and hit heart rate zones. Yours is most likely on automatic, the top button. Go ahead and change that to manual. And then when you come into here, you get the option to edit all of your heart rate zones. And you'll see the bottom of my zone 5 is 147, which is appropriate for my age and for my sex. I hope that helps. And it starts making you feel a little bit better about how hard you're actually working in your workouts.